Proof that no homage is too obscure. Revenge of the Fallen FearSwoop, today on Guerilla Reviews. Now, FearSwoop here is a very interesting case. His name comes from European late G1. His mold is actually based off of Movie 1, Dreadwing, and Overcast. And the coloration is actually an homage to the G2 Cyberjet Hooligan. And somewhere in there, that has to excite somebody. Being as this is Movie 1, yeah, there is some fairly big kibbleback down there. But they were still kind of working on the engineering, so it's a little bit forgivable. It does look like he has a very large fuel tank down there. Whatever you make of that. Now on the jet thrusters back here, he does look like he has some flames, which are actually missiles. You just press this little tab and there you go. But of course, you do run into the missile. You'll be getting lost eventually if you're not careful. But then again, I imagine you're probably used to that. Getting on a transformation, it is a bit of a process. We'll start by folding these wings down, splitting the fuselage apart. It's spring-loaded, so it makes that a little bit easier. We'll then put these wings back, move the thrusters up and around. Move that down again, bring this forward, fold that back, fold down for, and then we move these forward, twist them around. There we go for arm 1. Repeat on the other side. Don't worry if it comes off, it is a ball joint, so we'll pop right back in. There we go. Twist around. Fold out this part right here. We will then fold the nose cone down, bring out these little parts for the head. We will then come to the back, bring this down and around, fold out, and fold these parts down for the feet, like so. And there we go. Revenge of the Fallen FearSwoop in robot mode. Taking a look at the robot mode itself, it is very disproportionate, isn't it? Yeah, these exceptionally big arms with these very weird hand claws. Interesting lens cap face. That's rather common in the Movie 1 thing. And very small legs. I'm surprised I could actually hold this figure up. And again, you can insert these missiles for either a flamethrower effect or to fire the missiles, which can, as I stated, get lost very easily. Now, some of you are probably saying, wasn't this part of a set? And indeed, you are correct. This was part of the 3-pack of called the Fury of FearSwoop. This was the main figure along with 2 legends, Mudflap and a Sideswipe, both from the movie line. So if you do track this down, you want to keep that very important fact in mind, as you will most likely not find this figure at least complete by itself. Moving on to articulation, you got some very interesting things going on here. You have a hinge joint and a ball joint for the head, so you can't get him looking around, but these get in the way. You have a hinge joint and a ball joint for the shoulder, but this gets in the way as well as kind of making the figure itself. Another hinge joint and a ball joint for the elbow, so you can get him to pose, but it looks a little strange. Hinge joints for the hands, so you can get something going on there. You can move backwards, so you can get him a nice limbo pose. You can also turn from side to side for his hips. For the legs, on the top part, you have hinge joint for the upper part and up, forward and backward. Hinge joint for the 45-degree tilt. It also has an inward tilt, so you can have him doing the Captain Morgan pose or doing a little jig, if you please. You also have a hinge joint for the feet. You also got kind of a couple of joints for these wings, but those just kind of, you can move those how you please, get those out of the way. Really don't do all that much. Well, that does it for this Guerilla review. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Revenge of the Fallen FearSwoop, and again I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.